Hello, Facebook friends. Lots of people have asked, how did I make this page for kids? Well, I'm going to show you today. And before I do, I have to give credit to all of the people that have shared videos on here on Facebook and on YouTube that have shared free information of how to do things with Canvas. You have been phenomenal. I thank you so much for what you have shared. And so now I'm going to give back a little bit and show a few things that I've learned. When my kids open up their dashboard, they click on the page that I've set up for them, their course, and this pops up immediately. Everything here makes it super kid-friendly. Even a parent can use it. Everything they click on takes them somewhere. If they click on Reading Meeting because it's 9 o'clock, well, then it takes them to the conference page. They see the one that they should join, and they join in. If they click on something that says Work Time, I have that set up as modules. Modules is a whole other conversation. How do you set up your modules? Well, sometimes it depends on what I'm doing. Right now, I have them all set up. This is one giant module for the summer, and I have it by date along with my teacher notes and things like that. And it's easy for kids. When I do something for during the school year, it's different because it's often by subject or topic. Another thing on this board is the dojo. You can go straight to Class Dojo. Takes them for that great information station. I have links here for them to use special websites that they're going to do practice skills with. The date, that's the thing I was asking about. How do I change that where it's automatic? I've seen some of your notes. I'm going to check on those and see what I can add to my board. I also have here a video that I made for parents that shows them how to use Dojo. It shows how to upload assignments and things like that. And I used Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm using right now to make this video for you. It's free. And I can show you everything that I'm doing on the screen. So now, how do I make this board? Well, we're going to go back to the dashboard. And I'm going to leave it sitting right there for just a few minutes. And I'm going to go to Google Slides. This is where I actually make it. Now, our district does not use Google Classroom within our Canvas, which I wish we did for wonderful, easy worksheets. But it does use Google. We can use Google Slides, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You would click on a new presentation. These are some of them that I've made. This is the one that I set up for right now. And I went ahead and brought over some of the clip art that I'll be using just so I didn't have to go search for it, just to make this quicker to chat with and share with you what I'm doing. One of the websites that you might use that has pre-made backgrounds, which are incredible, is Slidesmania. That's another conversation. You can see some of the things that I brought over from Slidesmania just so I can show you a peek at them if I have time at the end. But right now, I love to use my Chalkboard Background, which is what you saw earlier, which is just clip art that I found on the web that was free, trimmed it down to what I want. And I use this as my background because I tell kids, oh, the information's on the chalkboard. It's on the chalkboard, just like you would say in class. Well, we have whiteboards, but they know what a chalkboard is. Parents know what chalkboards are. So I say, oh, all the information's on the chalkboard, or it might be behind the chalkboard, and they know what I mean because I've taught them that there are other pages also there, and I'll show you some of them later. So we have set the background here, and now we're going to add some of the clip art. I'm just going to add a few things that I already have here. There's our title, and there's a little notes that I put on there. That's another little note. Let's move that up. I'm going to put these textbooks on there. You have seen these on my other page. For summertime, I use these as a simple agenda. Go to Dojo. This takes you to the other page. I'll show you that in a minute. These are all things for later. Let's go ahead and see a couple of things others on here. All of these are just images that I have found on the web that are free. And one thing I want to tell you about, well, I don't think that's what I wanted. We'll just take that over to the side. One thing I want to tell you about is if you have a picture that you want to use, but you don't want the background, go to remove.bg and you can take the background out and have just a picture of you or a picture of your cat or whatever you want. It works wonderfully. Here's my date. And this is a great little GIF. I use GIFs a lot for attention grabbers. I want parents to see a specific thing. Maybe this is where I put the video and I want them to, hey, make sure when you log in, make sure you check that video out first. And so I would set it up to point to that to get their attention. Go to giphy.com and you can get lots of free GIFs. I use them a lot and it's very engaging for kids to look at. So now we've set up some of our clip art. Now I want to embed those pages, like the conference page and the modules page, so they can find their assignments. How do we do that? Well, let's go back over here to where we were. That's my summer learning course. I want to actually be in the practice course that we're going to make here. So I'm going to pretend this is, let me go to my dashboard. I'll show you where I am now. I'm just in this practice one right now. It has, I copied over the module from summer learning just so there would be something here. It's really an empty course and I threw in a page or two and that's about it. So we're going to go to conferences and grab the URL that's at the top of the page. Copy that, and on our Google slide, I'm going to click on this little text box that I put on top of the image. You see it's movable. I've got the image there, and then I have the text box there. I have one there already. So I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to go to Embed, insert a link right here, and we're going to put that right there. And now it's automatically linked. You do the same thing with the art, the clip art that you have on top of your images, or you could just have it directly on an image like this one. You can link it directly to Dojo. This one, I have it linked to the modules. I went to the module page, grabbed the link at the top, clicked on the link button, and I dropped it right in there just like that. So then once you have everything made, you've decorated it, you're going to change it a bunch, but you've got just about everything you want on here on this page. Maybe you've got multiple pages. To put it onto your Canvas page, go to File, Publish to the Web, Embed. I make it large. You can watch additional videos from time to time and you can find out how to also edit the border around it and things like that. We're just going to go with what we have, copy, and we're going to go back to our original page, our original course, and I'm going to go to Pages. Add a new page and give it a name. I'm going to name it Home Page. And instead of copying that link that we just grabbed from our Google Slides here, we need to go down here to the greater than less than symbol and post it right there. Save it and it will show up. But it's not really quite ready yet. Everything I want is there, but now I have to go to View All Pages, choose the one that I just did. I'm going to publish it. I'm going to click Use as Front Page. Now I go back to Home. Over on the right, I'm going to choose Home Page. There it is right there, Home Page. Right now, the course module is chosen as the home page. I want this to be my home page, so click Save. And now this is what the kids are going to see first thing when they open their module, their course. This is the first thing that they're going to see. Now let me show you some other things that are really super convenient while you're here. If I go back to my Google slide, I keep the tab open at the top, oftentimes during the day, because I might want to go put a note on there. Maybe I had the date wrong, so I want to go back. I want to change the date, and now I tell the kids to refresh, and that date is going to change. Another little thing, anything I can do to encourage engagement during Christmas time, we have dress-up theme days. We have Elf Day. We have Polar Express. You see the Polar Express hat up there, the engineer hat. All of these things are going to show up. You can decorate based on whatever time of the year it is. Maybe you're a big football fan and you want to put your football stuff up there, whatever you want to do. So you decorate. Anything you do over here, when the kids refresh, will instantly show up on the other side. A lot of times I go put a note on there and I will say, I'll find out that, let's say science meeting will be canceled today. No science meeting. Hey, now we don't actually have science for the summer, but that's just my little note we're going to put there. Now watch what happens when we go back to our home page. Boys and girls, we're in a live session right now. Go back and click refresh. Miss Tate just added a little note to the board, and I want you to know that there are no science meetings today. So it's wonderful to be able to change that at the end, in the middle of the day. If your district allows you to embed TeacherMade, I have TeacherMade right there in my course. I'll show you the one that I actually have set up. You can drop those into your, whoops, I clicked on the wrong thing. You can drop those right into your assignments, and you can make them where they show up instantly for kids to work right there within Canvas, which is a lot of fun. Yours may not allow you to add that. However, there is a workaround, because if you drop the link onto your Google Docs, which I did, I took a little image and saved that image, and then I copy and pasted it right onto my thing. Then I dropped the link in just as I showed you up there. Now the kids can click right here, put in their name, or however you have it set up, and they can do your page right there. So many ways to make Canvas really user-friendly for kids. Last thing I want to show you are some of the extra slides that I had at the end of my page. So if you were actually on the Canvas page, you could click through to see the different pages, the different resources that you have left for the kids. So on the pretend site that we made, we have many, many different pages here. You can see I have the multiplication tables, and you just can click right through all of these. You can actually get a whole long list of them this way and see all the different pages. So another thing I want to show you actually these things from this view. All of these also can be linked back to your original page. So if you're on this page, you want them to have the Wednesday tab, you go to Wednesday, and then you click your URL at the top, and then you would highlight that box at the top and drop your link right there, and it will click automatically just like everything else. This is my favorite page right here. This is my virtual classroom rules. Looks like I dropped a little something accidentally on there. We spend a lot of time at the beginning of the year getting to know this page and what our expectations are. Don't be afraid to use your Canvas to be a mighty resource for your kids. You can have all of your anchor charts, everything you need there, information pages, additional websites. There's another way to set up an agenda. Click these things throughout the day to get you where you need to go. I hope this was helpful and not too much information. Thank you so much for popping in, and I appreciate those that shared their videos with me.